Righto, some interesting things happening in the franchise space that I think's worth mentioning on a reel. The first one is 60% of franchise prospects are using AI to find a franchise. So gone is the day of Google, of going to directories. People are searching, platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude to find the right franchise, which means if you're a franchisor like me, you got to make sure you're showing up on these AI platforms because 60% of them are showing up on search. Second thing that's worth noting is this payday super that's coming in July 1st. Pretty much means super needs to be paid as soon as you pay the wages of the coach, not quarterly or at the end of the quarter. I think this is going to have huge implications on franchisees. I think it's going to squeeze their money because now, in terms of cash flow, their cash flow is probably going to be affected, seeing how they're paying super immediately and not at the end of the quarter. And I think that's going to affect the profitability of a lot of franchisees, which is a bit concerning. Because I know a lot of franchisees, one of the things they struggle to do is budget, run a profitable business, analyze a profit and loss statement. And I think now that payday super is done immediately, I think that's going to be a little bit problematic to franchisees. And then the last thing that's worth noting is recent research came out saying that people are finding it hard to get funding for a small franchise, and it's easier to get funding to get like a Macca's franchise. And the reason why is those big franchise brands like Macca's have strong lending partners. It's easier to lend the money, but small franchise brands like ours, it's harder to get funding for $50,000, $60,000, which I think is interesting. People don't have cash flow present anymore, and I think franchisor brands like myself are going to have to work out a funding strategy because we don't have that many franchisees, coming in and say, okay, we've got 50, 60,000, we're ready to go. A lot of them do look at lending. But I think the big concern is that payday super. I think that's going to hurt the profitability and cash flow of a lot of franchisees.